This video is about what I learned from the book, Blue Ocean Strategy. How to create uncontested market space and make the competition irrelevant. Introduction. Take over uncontested market space. Every company asks the same question. How can we outperform the competition? And almost every business responds in the same way. We need to grow bigger, better, and faster to outperform our competitors. But what if your company didn't have to compete because there wasn't any? What if you could have unlimited growth without having to worry about limited demand? This isn't some idle fantasy, but rather a strategic approach that a few successful businesses have already implemented. How did they manage it? And how can your company do the same? This brief video will give you a flavor. Idea number 1. Set sail to a blue ocean to escape your competitors. When starting a new business, competition can be fierce. A product's market can only grow so large, whether you're selling wine, audiobooks, or life insurance. As a result, you're forced to compete with hundreds of other businesses for a small portion of a limited supply. It comes as no surprise that America's most popular business television show is called Shark Tank. Today's markets are like oceans, teeming with hungry companies eager to kill each other. We can call these markets red oceans because there is so much blood in the water. But every now and then, a company emerges that appears to sail past all competition. These are companies that rise quickly, expand unabatedly, and appear to follow their own set of rules. What is it that they are doing differently? Instead of competing for scraps in red oceans, these companies are venturing into uncharted territory, blue oceans. Blue oceans can be thought of as all the undiscovered markets for products and services that do not yet exist. Demand is not limited because it does not exist, it must be created. But this isn't a disadvantage, it's an opportunity. Because if your market isn't limited in size, neither are your growth and profits. The water in blue oceans is not tainted by fierce competition. It's deep, clear, and brimming with untapped potential. The Blue Ocean Strategy equips you with the methodology and tools necessary to dominate such uncontested markets. The basic tenet is this: it is true that space in a particular industry may be limited. But who says a company can't invent an entirely new industry? Consider the well-known Canadian circus company, Cirque du Soleil, as an example of this in action. Cirque du Soleil has entertained millions of people around the world with its extraordinary variety shows. Furthermore, it has made record profits. Something you wouldn't expect from a circus. How did the company accomplish this? Cirque du Soleil, on the other hand, did two interesting things. For starters, it did away with the old circus staple of animal acts. Then it added live music and compelling storylines to complement its human acts. The first cut costs, while the second introduced exciting new elements to the circus world. Cirque du Soleil, in effect, created a blue ocean by carving out an entirely new market for artistic theater experiences. People adore it. Idea number 2. Reduce your costs while differentiating yourself. Perhaps you find the circus company example a little too eclectic? No worries. Thousands of other companies have successfully implemented a blue ocean strategy. Ford, Nintendo, Netflix, Nespresso, Yellowtail, Southwest Airlines, and even The Body Shop are among the companies involved. In this section, we'll look more closely at how they did it. But first, some more information about red oceans. Everyone follows the rules in red oceans, which are already established industries. Not long ago, these rules might have looked like this: movies can be purchased or rented. Wine needs to exude sophistication. Air travel is costly. However, none of these rules apply in blue oceans. The actions of the industry players who create blue oceans actively shape them. To be clear, you don't have to reinvent the wheel to create a blue ocean. Often, a few minor changes are enough to distinguish a product from its competitors and create a new market. It's really quite simple. Examine your industry as it currently exists. Then consider which variables you can raise, eliminate, reduce, and create. Let's go over these points in detail with examples. Raise. Consider how you can improve your industry's product quality, price point, or service standards. Southwest Airlines pioneered this by becoming the first U.S. airline to make domestic flights quick, simple, and affordable for all. Eliminate. Consider which parts of your product or service can be eliminated entirely. Remember when Cirque du Soleil got rid of their expensive and unethical animal acts? Every industry has some outdated practice that should be abandoned. Reduce. Examine which manufacturing processes, product features, or service offerings can be reduced. Yellowtail, an Australian wine brand, has decided to shift its emphasis away from prestigious vineyards and the aging process and toward more affordable wines with broad appeal. Create. Consider what new features you can provide to your customers. Netflix is a prime example that hardly needs to be explained. It was the first company to provide on-demand streaming for movies and TV shows. Ideally, thinking about these questions will help you do two things: cut costs and differentiate your company from the competition. And that's all you need to make a blue ocean. Even better, if your company continues to address these four factors: raise, eliminate, reduce, and create, it will always be one step ahead of the competition. Summary. You've learned the distinction between red and blue oceans in this brief video. Instead of competing for limited market space, successful businesses frequently enter new markets with limitless potential. They are discovered by increasing, eliminating, reducing, and creating industry factors in a way that reduces costs and distinguishes your company from the competition. So, what are you holding out for? Stop swimming with sharks and start sailing. Now, that was only a small portion of what Blue Ocean Strategy book taught me. I highly recommend reading it for more insights. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you could take a moment to hit the subscribe button, like in this video, and share it with your friends and followers. Your support helps me to grow my channel and reach a wider audience, and I am so grateful for it. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to share more with you in the future.